To another live commitment on the On3 Recruits channel. We are just moments away from a 5-star decision. Before we get to that, though, make sure you're subscribed right here to the On3 Recruits channel. Listen, college football recruiting, it doesn't stop. We got live commitments like this one. We got intel. We got analysis. So make sure you are subscribed to this channel because this channel also does not stop. Now, who are we here for today? None other than 5-star offensive tackle Michael Fasusi, the number 12 player in America, number 3 offensive tackle in America. He is 6'4.5", right around 300 pounds, is down to 3 schools on the table for Michael Fasusi. It's Texas A&M, it's Texas, and the Oklahoma Sooners. This guy is going to be a force at the next level, but don't take my word for it. Go ahead and check out the tape. One common theme you'll see here from Fasusi: my guy loves to finish blocks, not just get a hat on a hat. He drives them through the turf. Look at the athleticism here. We'll pull around, sealed off for his teammate for a big gain. And oh yeah, again, another pancake. And in this third clip here, you'll see a very common theme from Fasusi: drives on contact, gets hands on, hat on a hat. And it's not just enough to make the block. No, he wants to finish you all the way through the turf. You love that instinct from your offensive lineman. Going to be a force, like I said, at the next level. Well, we are moments away from Michael Fasusi announcing his commitment. Before we get to that, though, make sure you follow him on the social channels, y'all, both on Instagram and on X. His career is just about to take off. You're going to want to make sure you're dialed all the way in to Michael Fasusi's career. All right, let's throw it out there to Louisville, Texas, where Michael Fasusi is about to tell the world where he is going. Michael, massive day for you, man. Describe the emotion you're feeling.
Feeling great, man. Very excited.
Awesome. Well, this is a big day for you, not just because of your college, but also on a personal level. It was important for you to commit on this day. Tell the folks at home watching why that is.
Yeah, so today we'll be marking me and my family's 50th anniversary in America, moving from Nigeria.
Well, Michael, get the crowd fired up for you. The moment has arrived. The floor is yours. Tell the world where you're going to be playing your college football.
First of all, I want to thank everybody for being here, taking the time out of your day to come support me and my family. I want to thank God for everything He's done in my life. Without Him, me and my family wouldn't be here. I want to thank God for my family, of course. I want to thank my dad and my mom for the love they showed me throughout this whole process. They really instilled in me what true faith means and what true family means. I want to thank my brother. He couldn't be here today. He's playing soccer at Westcon. But I want to thank my sister, the rock to my left. I want to thank my coaches. I want to thank Coach Nathaniel Blackwell for everything he did in my life, especially coming to the development side of everything. I want to thank Coach Odo and the rest of my coaching staff for the guidance they gave me on and off the field, making me the man I am, not just a football player. I want to thank Mr. Baker and the rest of my teachers for showing me how important education really is in this process. And I want to thank Louisville for nothing but love ever since we came in from Nigeria. And lastly, I want to thank every school on this table today for the love, for the hospitality, and most important, the opportunity they've given me and my family here today. And without further ado, the reason why everyone's here today. For the next 3 to 4 years, I'll be taking my talents to the University of Oklahoma.
There it is. The Sooners and Brent Venables landed their first 5-star cycle. Michael Fasusi making his talents to Norman. Huge get. The crowd erupts there. You hear it if you're watching live on the broadcast. A huge win for the Sooners over not just the other in-state schools in Texas and Texas A&M, but also interconference win for the Sooners. Michael, congratulations, man. What made Oklahoma the right fit for you?
It was a lot that made Oklahoma the right choice. You want to talk about the people, the family, the community, the love, they showed me and my family. You want to talk about consistency, stability, and it's not going to hurt being with the best O-line coach in the country.
There it is. Well, what was Coach Venables' reaction when you told him? We know he's a high-energy guy. What did he say when he found out you were coming?
It was great, man. I love it. We loved his reaction. It was priceless, man.
Well, Michael, I know a lot of folks are watching back in Nigeria. What would be your message to the young people watching this that want to be in your position one day?
I gotta say, don't stop dreaming and don't stop believing. And most importantly, just keep your head down and work. That was what was important for me throughout this whole throughout this whole process, excuse me. And, there's nothing better than living out your dream, man. So keep doing what you're doing, keep your head down, and obviously keep working.
Michael, congratulations, man. I know that a lot of folks in Norman, Oklahoma are fired up to see you come. Go enjoy this with your family and friends. And thanks for being with us here at On3.
Thank you.
Man, massive win for Brent Venables and company. Again, their first 5-star of the cycle, their 4th offensive lineman of the cycle. Brent Venables stacking the trenches. Never a bad thing to stock the trenches as you move into the Southeastern Conference. To break down this commitment, On3's very own Steve Wiltfong joins us right now. Steve, big win for the Sooners. What went into this? How did they ultimately land the 5-star out of Lewisville, Texas?
Yeah, the answer is Bill Beatenbaugh, maybe the nation's best offensive line coach. He has some of the most offensive linemen playing in the NFL right now. He was the difference in this recruitment for Michael Fasusi. The two talked every day. Most of the time, it was about football. When Bill Beatenbaugh visited Lewisville High School in the spring, he spent 90 minutes watching film with him inside Lewisville. On his official visit to Norman, they had to bake in 3 film sessions where they watched film for an hour. They love doing that together. They love talking. He wants to play for Bill Beatenbaugh. Oklahoma checked all the boxes. They're tracking for their 5th straight top 10 recruiting class, JD.
What kind of player is Oklahoma getting Michael Fasusi? You see the physical gifts. We just threw the tape up there before he jumped into his commitment. But what is Oklahoma getting a Michael Fasusi?
Yeah, 6'5", 300 pounds with length, good feet. He can bend. He's a ferocious football player. He's only been playing since his freshman year, so he's a quick study. Again, he's a football junkie that loves watching film, and there's no entitlement. He comes from a really good high school program. He's going to come in as prepared a high school player can be for SEC football, and he's going to have the right mentality. He's a leader and has all the intangibles that go with those tangibles.
Now, Steve, something that sticks out to me about this commitment is not just that Oklahoma landed him, but who they landed him over the in-state schools of Texas and Texas A&M, also in the SEC. What does this say about the presence that Oklahoma has under Brent Venables in the Lone Star State?
Well, since the day Brent Venables arrived, Oklahoma's recruited at a high level. They're looking for their 3rd straight top 10 recruiting class under Coach Venables. This is one of the best offensive line classes in America. We know Bill Beatenbaugh always has those kind of chops on the recruiting trail. They're going to win some, lose some against Texas and Texas A&M in the Lone Star State, but they're never afraid to swing. They go after the best players in that area year in and year out. They have some great inroads in those high schools, and it paid off in the Michael Fasusi sweepstakes.
Yeah, I'm sure the folks in Norman are very happy to be on the winning side of this one for the 5-star offensive tackle. Steve, last question for you. What's next for Oklahoma now on the trail?
Well, they don't want to be done on the offensive line. This is already one of the best offensive line classes in the country when you stack it up next to what Alabama's doing and what Tennessee and some others are doing. Michael Fasusi and Ryan Foji, that's a heck of a tackle combination. Then you have Darius Afalava and Owen Hollenbrook on the interior guys they're excited about. They want to add one more 5-star. That's 5-star offensive tackle Andrew Babalola. Babalola has been struggling to make a decision for weeks as he weighs his top schools, Michigan, Stanford, Oklahoma, Auburn, and Missouri. And Oklahoma is a program that we should be talking about more with Andrew Babalola. They're right there in the thick of this one with Michigan and Stanford. There's been some Auburn buzz as well, but he's had regular dialogue with Bill Beatenbaugh and the Oklahoma staff. He's talked to the Oklahoma players, some of their former players like Walter Rouse. Why did you transfer from Stanford to Oklahoma? And Oklahoma is one of the front runners down the stretch as Andrew Babalola tries to decide, and as Oklahoma tries to add another 5-star to what's already a terrific recruiting class.
Like you mentioned, the Sooners continuing to work on the recruiting trail, but landing your first 5-star of the cycle, never a bad thing. Never a bad thing before the season gets rolling. Steve Wiltfong, best in the business. Thanks for stopping by. We'll do it again soon. Again, Michael Fasusi, 5-star offensive tackle, every bit of 6'4.5", right around 300 pounds. Top 15 player in America, top 3 at his position. Oklahoma with a massive win on the recruiting trail, like I mentioned, just stocking up the trenches as they prepare to make their move into the SEC and beyond. The Sooners continuing to surge. Well, thank you so much for stopping by for another On3 live commitment. Stay tuned for many more commitments. And again, make sure you're subscribed to the channel because recruiting never stops, and this channel does not stop either. We will see you next time on the On3 Recruits channel.